John, I want to thank you for coming to camp. My name's Thad Johnson with ABC, and I'll be doing your pitching video here today. We're going to talk about a couple different things, including the balance position, direction of home plate, and your release and follow through. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a line off your back foot, and what this line is going to represent is the balance line. And ideally, as you lift your leg, we'd like to see your top half stay over this line, okay? Mainly your head. So as you see on your lift, as we back it up and move it forward, you're starting to drift forward towards home plate before you really get yourself all the way to the top of the lift. So ideally what we're looking for is you to practice lifting that leg and staying over your backside without drifting forward. This is going to help you to stay on time, because essentially right as you begin your forward fall, we want to break our hands. I mean, it should be we're moving forward and our hands are breaking, and our glove and our front foot should be moving out together. So as you see, we're starting to drift way out there. We're still hanging onto the baseball, which means your top half is going to be well behind your lower half. Lower half should always be in front, but it should be quick sequential movements of the lower half, kind of propelling the top half through the delivery. So you need to go ahead and just work on picking the leg up, balance position, and what I would do is I would practice separating your hands first and then falling towards home plate. It's kind of a backwards way to practice the delivery, because of course your lower half is going to take off slightly ahead of your top half, but you want to practice releasing your hands while you're at the top of your delivery. It's going to help you to get on time. As we move forward to the directional part, just to kind of go back, I'd really like you to let's separate your hands earlier, okay? So our top half can get caught up, because what you're doing to protect yourself against the fact that you're way out in front is you sit your body on the ground. And I'd really like to see it, John, as you make your way towards home plate, to really have more of an upright position with the lower half. Stand up a little bit tall so you can drive the baseball downhill. And as we move forward towards home plate, let's get this glove out here a little bit. On your separation, you want your glove and that front foot, as you need to make sure that they're always connected. Okay, if you can do a good job of just working dry mechanics, and as you separate your hands and move that front side forward in direction of home plate, try to keep that glove and that foot together, and then also keeping your weight on your backside. So a couple things to work on right there. As we move to foot strike, which is really the loaded position. Okay, a couple things we want to make sure we're doing. One is that we're stepping in line towards the target. Okay, and with being in line towards the target, our front foot really should be parallel with this line. Okay, so as our foot lands, you have a very open front foot. You need to make sure that you go ahead and back that up a little bit. What you see is your front foot is really turned open, and I'd like to see it just become an extension of this line right here. I'd really like to see that foot be directly in line with the back yellow line as opposed to open. So this is going to take practice. Practice stepping on a line and just draw a line in the ground. It'll give you immediate feedback of how your foot placement is in the dirt after you draw that line. The other thing we're looking for at foot strike or the loaded position is that our shoulders stay nice and closed. Okay, again, your foot and your glove should be in line with each other, and you've opened yourself up extremely early with the top half, and what's going to happen is you're going to force yourself underneath the baseball. Okay, so the baseball's out of your hand and you're coming from underneath it. As we go back and forth, you can see that you're almost looking up to the release point as opposed to looking out in front of you. So we need to do a T-line drill, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to back you up into a position, I will stop you at a position that you should be on foot strike. You should be more, your top half should be more in this position right here at foot strike, okay, where at this position right here, your foot should be on the ground. Okay, your foot should be on the ground, pointed towards the target. Level shoulders, fairly level shoulders. Sometimes guys have a slight tilt, which is fine, and glove out in front, in line with the that front foot. So that's really where you should be at foot strike with that closed front side. You should practice doing a one knee drill. This is going to help you to create a lot of thought and a lot of energy into the top half of your delivery. So from the loaded position, you're just going to sink this back knee into the ground, and you're just going to work on delivering the pitch with your top half. And you're going to have your partner spread out, work a good solid, 80 to 100 foot distance between both of you, and just work on playing catch. And what you're going to do is you're going to get that glove out there, out in front of you, and you're just going to drive the top half forward over your front side. As we go to the release point, what this is going to do is you correct your balance, okay, and you separate on time. I believe your release point, you're going to get out there over your front foot. All right, your chest is going to get out over that front knee. You're going to really create some good extension into the pitch. All right, we want to just be, that back should just be really, really far out there. Or your back should be over that front leg and really get an extension and help you get through the pitch. And then lastly, on the release point, John, I want to make sure your arm, this right here, this arm action, what you see, this right here is called a backwards C. And all I'm going to just tell you, okay, I'm not going to talk about a whole lot. That backwards C right there is caused because happens because you stop your arm at release. Okay, you're shutting your body down. You're hitting the brakes on the car that's driving really fast. Practice staying nice and loose and long through that follow through. Your arm should get flush up against your belly. Okay, you should get all the way to your stomach, all the way to your hip, opposite elbow, opposite knee, whatever it is that you want to tell yourself after the release of the pitch. But doing this the way you're doing it, okay, you're going to hurt your arm. So let's go ahead and get that nice extension and looseness through the pitch. John, I want to thank you for coming to camp. I hope you learned a little bit here today, and I hope that you can take some of these pointers to help you with your pitching.